Richard, really good things in your golf swing. I particularly love the left arm and left wrist position at the top of the swing. That's kind of, for me, textbook, if you like, or ideal. What you do in the downswing then for me is go slightly forward too much with your torso, and your lower half doesn't go forward enough. And then the lead wrist extends a little bit too much. And then through impact, the trail arm overtakes the lead wrist, and the trail wrist is in that extension position too much. On average, about, let's say 14 degrees, 13, 14 degrees is what we saw it. What I see with all elite ball strikers is that number is probably about minus 10 to 20. So your goal for the next 3 months is to reduce the amount of positive it is and get it closer to 0 or into minus figures. Minus figures would be a great achievement. So what I want you to do is lots of rehearsal swings with the biofeedback on, creating noise as soon as you can in the downswing, and using the visuals of the tiles to get the numbers in the right place at contact. So rehearsal, then hit. Maybe 2 rehearsals and 1 hit. Play around with that. And then when we're hitting balls, we want to very much feel that our upper body's staying back, our hands are forward, and the lower half is forward. So we want to feel as much as we can. It's kind of hitting it low as we can, almost with the hands and club head, and almost the body feeling is almost like hitting it high almost. Okay. So a bit of opposites. That's your homework. We will be back in 3 months' time to look at the data change, and hopefully it's a positive story. So go to the top of your backswing again. So what we're after is this wrist to go into more flexion early, which is the biofeedback noise, and then stay in flexion all the way to impact. Okay, go all the way to impact. Good. And we're looking for you to be in minus numbers for you. At the moment, you're about 13 degrees in extension at contact.
Twisted over my hands a little bit then.
So you were 12 degrees at contact then. So again, that's what you'd look to be trying to see change. And then using different thought patterns to maybe make that change. So that right-hand column there, where it says plus 12, we're looking to get that again into minus numbers if we can. So you hitting punch shots, does that go to minus numbers? You know, trying to get you to feel like you're hitting the ball as low as you can. Does that change the numbers?
Okay.
Using the biofeedback to, you know, teach your body what you've done. Okay. All those things is what we're after.
So give it a go.
Nice shot.
That was more of a punchy feel?
Yeah, that was 10 degrees. So that improved you kind of 3 or 4 degrees on your base average, trying to go more punchy. So your punch shots are more normal versus people's punch shots being more punchy.
Extreme, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Rich, it's been 3 months. I've given you some tasks to go and do, and you've obviously had hat motion to use at your disposal for the full time. How have you found using hat motion, first of all, and using that as that practice guide to go away and measure yourself and the biofeedback and stuff?
Addictive is probably the first word that I
good.
come up with.
I like that.
First sort of week that I was using it at the range, I didn't take it out on the course, not for a while anyway. I just found it addictive because it's score biased and you're actually seeing the results firsthand.
Yeah.
And you've got targets to achieve and of course the little guides as well as the drills to do.
Yeah.
It's fun as well as obviously addictive.
Now basically I want you to hit the balls far as you can. You can't touch this rod again, okay? So you're going to hit it as far as you can and as low as you can from there.
Okay. With the wrist turn.
Yeah. Well, body and wrist.
And
you can't basically go up to come down. You're just going to come down and through. That's it. And that way what we're trying to do is get you to move your lower half to go more forward and the hands to compress the ball a bit more.
And I just saw a change in ball flight. It was just something new, I suppose, for myself anyway. It was a lot more flippy, lowered my ball flight, sort of increased the range.
Yeah.
I noticed my club speed, ball speed was increasing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was much more dynamic, is probably the word to use.
So very positive outcomes in terms of feeling that you're hitting the ball further, a little bit straighter, a little bit more penetrating.
Yeah.
All the things we'd want you to have as your goals based on what your swing was like when I saw you 3 months ago. So great.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what your data's showing now and how your golf swing looks now in comparison to what it did 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So along with the ball flight changing, how has it affected your scoring and if you like, handicap? Obviously, you've had it for the back end of the summer. What's changed
I
there?
was in double figures going through summer, so I was 10, 11 handicap.
Yeah.
I'm now currently 6.3,
Amazing.
so it's dropped.
Amazing, yeah.
I haven't put a scorecard in though for a good month.
Okay.
But I've been shooting somewhere around level par on a good round.
Okay.
Worst, I would probably say about 79, somewhere around there. But
Okay.
I'm getting occasional 9 holes in as well, where I'm shooting under par, with just 1 or 2
Great.
under.
Impressive.
So
So you probably say then your bad rounds are now are probably like your good rounds before.
yeah, definitely.
And your good rounds now are obviously a lot better because you're only meant to please your handicap like 3 or 4 times a year. So you're obviously achieving that with ease, but obviously going down in the process too, which is great.
My it's just my dispersion. I think that's probably a bad miss for me is still green side or thereabouts. So then I'm just relying on the short game to keep it steady.
Okay.
Whereas before, a bad miss for me was into the sticks somewhere and probably having to take a drop. So of course, less penalties, less having to scramble as much.
Yeah.
And it's just increasing my score. So it's
Great.
a lot better.
So having looked at your kind of data and focusing really on the left wrist, because what really this was about.
Yeah.
So last time you were positive 13 at contact.
Yeah.
Which is
Mr. Flippy.
Which is a lot of flip.
Yeah.
And I set you the kind of goal of coming back better than 0 already.
Yeah.
And that was, giving you something to aim for, but also a bit of work to do that. The good news is, and you've obviously seen it beforehand, but your best one you've hit today is -8.
Yeah.
So that's a big jump forward. It's 21 degrees of change. 21 degrees in terms of size is small, but in terms of with golfers making the 21 degree change to the left wrist at impact is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising you've had the change in ball flight. It's not surprising you've had the change in your handicap. The other thing we see from how you're moving in the golf swing is your movement through the golf ball now is much better.
Yeah.
You're actually posting up through the golf ball a lot better because you're not flicking it. So that for me is the most nice thing to see. And when you see the before and after data, there's a slight bit of shaft lean increase. Again, it's 21 degrees is not it's not this much. It's a small amount, but it's really important.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely seeing with your golf shots now the strong, little left if you've got an issue at the moment. So the club face is sometimes still closing, and again you could have more flexion still, and that would get rid of that and keep it still strong. So we're going to encourage you to carry on working on the same things, adding in some other reasons behind why you flip. When we look at your golf swing, what I see generally is on the downswing, you tend to again still have the torso going too forward, not enough lateral separation, and not enough lowering the handle, if you like, before impact to allow it then to work this way even more than it is now. So those are all better than before, but still things to keep working on. Yeah. So, working on trying to feel we've got the hat motion on, getting that flexion with the wrist, but keeping the head back and the hips working more lateral and the hands going lower in this delivery position and then letting them start to post up. Yeah. That's still my feedback for you. Yeah. Continue doing what you're doing though because it's working. Yeah. And then just add some more feels in around the kind of cause of why you do that impact and it'll improve even further.
I'm getting more familiarity with where I am after the swing, post-impact as well. As soon as I hit the shot, I know whether or not it's been too much body or too much wrist. Yeah. It's given me so much better feels from the range because I know what was right and what was wrong. That if I do it out on the course, I can immediately sort of think, I've got to make extension rather than flexion. Yeah. And I know just to sort of pre-set myself before the next shot as well. So it's given me so much more feeling to take away.
Great. So, fantastic. Keep up the good work, and we'll keep you posted.